What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with the next war recap video, and we are back on the horse against Always Win. And this one they did not win. Very good effort by them, though. Very much more competitive war than we normally have, and we will definitely give them the respect of showing what they did to our bases. A few Town Hall 10s slipped through the cracks there that did not get 2-starred, and then several Town Hall 9s as well. Just sort of struggled with some of our bases. But you know, again, it was a much more interesting war than normal when you just hit the random search button. 45 versus 45. Good job to everybody at OneHive. All the Town Hall 11s 2-starred, all the Town Hall 10s either 2 or 3-starred, and then of course all the Town Hall 9s 3-starred. So very, very well done. We will go through and show you all of, not all of, we'll show you some of these attacks here. We'll get started with Alpha Dog taking out their number 9 and doing it very, very nicely. Now, this base is not the best design. I wouldn't recommend using it, but still, Alpha Dog did a very nice attack here. You see he brought the 3 lightning spells that he's going to use there. He's got the queen already started on her walk here. Just dropped her down with some healers. You see she's encountering a couple of the cannons there, but she'll work her way down to the south in just a moment and grab that air defense, which is what he's after. Dropping the quake spell and the zaps here in just a moment. He's going to wait for that queen to step up, get a little damage on her while she's standing there on top of that inferno tower. Boom, boom, boom. Inferno tower goes away. Queen takes a pretty good beating, but she's all right. Just walks on through it, and now the queen is going to continue her walk down to the south. She is going to stop on some of these storages, which is going to take a while, and he lets the queen sort of do her thing here, but, you know, that's part of it. It takes a while on some of these attacks to get all of the objectives taken care of. So he's got the one inferno tower down, 1 air defense down, and he is still walking towards that 2nd air defense and towards the enemy queen, which is what he's after here. You see the wall breakers coming into play just to open up that compartment because they are right on the outside. He can pretty much drop them right on there. That one was just a little bit far out, but there the walls opened up. Now the queen can sort of walk through that passageway, getting to all of those things, the air defense, the queen, just more defensive buildings, and just sort of take out each of them as she comes to them. You see right there dropping the rage to get her boosted up as she engaged the queen. Is going to stop, take out that storage, but from here on out, she's pretty much taking out high-value targets. On the left side, a couple of golems go down, a few wizards to clear the trash buildings, and then the wall breakers open everything up. That P.E.K.K.A. coming out of the CC, a P.E.K.K.A. of Alpha Dog's own, the king, everything going in, all of it going towards this next Inferno Tower. And on the way, actually, I don't know why I've been talking about air defenses. This is a ground attack. Sorry, guys. It's been a long day. But anyways, it doesn't change anything. The queen's still taking out defenses down there, taking out the lava hound and the CC. But right here on the left side is where the story's at. The king and the P.E.K.K.A.s and all of that, the golems going in, soaking up all of those streams from the multi-inferno tower and allowing those hogs to move through. You see dropping the heal spell for the hogs right there. One more swipe. Boom. The inferno tower is down. The queen is still up, still getting those heals. She's going to get healed back to full health right here, and the hogs are on that X-bow up top while it's still being tanked by the kill squad. As they come down, no more heals for them here, so they're sort of on their own. But again, with this sort of poor layout on this base, now they're not going to have to worry about spring traps, no bombs, no anything. They're in that compartment. There's no room for anything else in there. See the queen still doing her thing, and right here after that archer tower goes down, only splash damage left. Again, sorry for talking about the air defenses. It's just habit on Town Hall 10 attacks to talk about air defenses. But Alpha Dog doing it on the ground this time and doing a really, really nice attack, smashing that base out really, really well. Huge value for the queen, huge value for those P.E.K.K.A.s, and the king coming in from the side there, just getting it all done. And obviously the zap quake with the lightning was a big move too, to take out that Inferno Tower before the attacks even really started. So moving on, number 12, and our boy Wandy. And now this one is an air attack, so I will talk about air defenses on this one, and namely the fact that these air defenses are not maxed out, which is why Wandy chose, one of the reasons why Wandy chose to go with an air attack, just simply to exploit that fact of the base. So same thing as always you see at Town Hall 10, starting off with a queen walk, a couple of minions just to push her the direction he wants her to go, and turning her loose with the healers on her, allowing her to get to that first air defense very, very easily. You see it's right there, get through the storage, and then she will be locking onto it shortly thereafter. You see, looking at his comp, he does have the P.E.K.K.A. there, so he's going to, you know, use a kill squad type situation to get in there a little bit deeper into the base. There's the first air defense down. Now the queen's coming over to engage, goes ahead and drops that rage spell, just burns her down very quickly, boosts the queen right back up with those healers under rage, and then the queen also just starts taking out these defenses so quick. Look at that level, even level 39, not quite 40. Still, when she's raged up, it is nasty. So she burns through those and then gets out of it and just continues her walk around the base. Now, That second air defense right there is not quite in range. So what Wandy does, opens up with his wall breakers. Clearly the queen is going to go in here, but just for safety's sake, he does drop a few minions, and I think maybe even a wizard over here, yeah, to take out some of those trash buildings. Make sure the queen's moving forward. Right here, the air defense is locked onto his healers, unfortunately. Gets a few of them taken care of. Actually, not a few of them. I think it's one of them taken care of, and one of them almost dead there before the queen gets to it, gets him taken down. But from here, she can go straight in. And now the jump spell, the king, the P.E.K.K.A., all of that going right up the gut, straight towards that inferno tower. You see the queen is being targeted, but again, it's just a multi-inferno stream. One stream, she can handle it, uses the ability, soaks up a few more streams from those archers. And then there's the CC troops coming out. It's the Lava Hound as it normally is at Town Hall 10. But right there, boom, I think one more swing. There goes the Inferno Tower. They're moving on to the Town Hall. And now he can unleash the Lava Hounds, the balloons, all of that from the left side here. And just trying to create that funnel, push everything into that next Inferno Tower. Excuse me, that's the goal. That's what he wants to get after. Drops the Rage down for him. The next Lava Hound, more balloons. Everything just collapsing in on it right here. Does have the freeze for it. Boom. Nicely timed and done. And also got that sweeper and the Wizard Tower there. So pretty good value on that freeze. By the time it thaws out, they are all dead. And that last air defense was just being absolutely crushed right there. The Lava Hound's out front. It's doing tanking. Just a beautiful attack. There was nothing really bad about this attack. Wanderers just absolutely smashed it. And again, not having those maxed air D does help. It does help this this attack, but you know, you take what you get. It's not always easy, even with those Town Hall 9 level defenses. So very nice attack by Wanderers. Good job, buddy. Keep it up. All right, moving on here. Let's look at Sabotage, taking on number 14. Getting down to some Town Hall 9 action. Doing it with a Queen Walk, goho, and some Quakes to open this thing up. So pretty cool attack. You know, more of an internet style base, you know, anti-2, whatever you want to call it, with the Town Hall located in the middle and the heroes more centralized. So you can come at this from whichever angle you want to. And Sabotage comes at it with the Queen down here, opening it up, that compartment right there, just where he can go right into where the King, the Queen, the CC, all of that is. It's wide open at this point. You see the queen getting really, really low there, but just being nice and patient, knowing that once those point defense go down, those healers are going to be able to catch up. So right here, especially once this archer tower goes down, that queen is in great shape. So the mortar gets targeted next, and here comes the kill squad up top. A couple of golems go down. Obviously, you're going to use some wizards here to create this funnel. Make sure everything is going right into the middle and has those wall breakers also to open up that first compartment. Once he does that, clearly he can get right in there, turn his Valks loose, turn his King loose, all of that right up the middle to both heroes. Going to get value on that. And obviously, the reason he's keeping his Queen completely separate away from the kill squad is because there's a Lava Hound in the CC. There you see it coming out. Not going to mean a thing to either of those Valks, King, Golems. None of that stuff's going to matter. You see right there dropping a nice heal spell for those Valks. He only had 4 Valks, so very few there. But they did a really nice job taking out those heroes. You see right here, the Queen's already dead. The King needs one more swing. Boom, goes down. And then I think just a few of those Valks, because the X-Bow was locked on, the King, the heroes. He did lose a few of his Valks there. Again, because he just didn't have that many, so the damage was coming a bit slower. But anyways, mission accomplished. Both heroes dead. Gets into that core. You see the hogs starting to be released. I think, where's his hogs at? Yeah, he sent a few in, I think, right there into that central compartment, or to that, where the X-Bow air defense, where that heal is. I think maybe some of them got toasted to that double giant bomb set. But right there, everything's being targeted onto the core troops. So the hogs down there really aren't taking any damage. Doesn't have a heal spell for them. It doesn't need it. Everything is being focused on that King, the golems, all of that in the core there. So right here, as they get out of range, they finally turn around on these hogs, but it's too little too late. You see they did trigger in that core the next double bomb set, so no more double bombs to worry about. The Queen's still up. It's got a few hogs left still up. That Lava Hound is locked on to that King like a seed tick. He's not going anywhere, and now with just the splash damage left, the hogs have no trouble cleaning it up. The Queen's already up there working on those high HP buildings, and that is a wrap. Excellent attack by Sabotage. Okay, next one is our boy Blue Proud, doing another 3-star on number 17 here, and doing it with a pretty sweet little setup. Got a few drags. This is actually a true sort of suicide dragon attack. A lot of times we see dragon attacks now, but you'll see 6, 7, 8 dragons. This one, just the 3. Their job is really just the Queen on this particular attack. So it drops the Queen down here. Obviously, Queen Walk situation. A few minions just to create the funnel, push him where he wants to go. And then right here, he hasn't even dropped the healers yet, honestly. interestingly enough, right there, as soon as that archer tower gets on him, drops those healers down. There they go, starting to keep that queen up. And here comes some wall breakers. He doesn't want the queen to wrap around. He wants her to go into the base and obviously get to these air defenses. You see, she can actually get to 3 air defenses just walking right through this one compartment. So very smart to put her in there and let her do her thing. So right here, she's going to take out that cannon, and then she's going to deal with this king here in just a moment. She gets a little bit closer. The CC troops are already coming out, drops that poison down for him just to slow him down. Goes ahead and uses the rage. I think that was smart. Really didn't need it just yet, but she's gonna have to deal with this dragon, these balloons, and gonna have to deal with this king in just a moment. So right there, one step forward, the king comes over. She takes out that air defense. Luckily, she targeted the air defense first because they were targeting her healers. So she gets that down pretty quick under rage, and then continues to move forward towards these next 2 air defenses. So everything's looking great. You see that he does have, well, you can't see it, but he does have a lava hound in the CC, and that's to help deal with that 4th air defense that he's not going to be able to get to. Again, those 3 dragons just for the queen over there for the most part. You see he dropped a few troops over there, created a little mini funnel so he can send them right in. Right here, the queen is going to take out that last air defense that she's after, and then move on to just other buildings. Nothing really too important at this point for her. Mission accomplished for the queen. From the top here, you're going to see in just a moment, he's going to send that lava hound in, and those balloons just start funneling them in. He wants to get to that last air defense, take it out. He's got a rage for him. He's got haste for his balloons if he needs it. Actually, the rage is for the dragons. I'm sorry. He's got haste for his balloons. So you'll see here in just a minute right there, drops it down, takes out those few top defenses, and then from there, they're going right on in to that cannon, and then next stop, air defense, right as the lava hound explodes. They're pretty much on top of it. So right here, a few more balloons and a few dragons on the left side. They're going to get in, and wisely he rages that. You see the little mini Tesla farm there, sort of protecting that queen, but with a rage dragon, just one breath, boom, she's done. She's out of there. And they're going to move forward and also take out those Teslas as well. So the queen's still up. Got a few hogs even sprinkled in here at the bottom, which I liked, with a heal spell for them. So they get to go in and take out that wizard tower, move up and start taking out that archer tower right there. Just pretty good value for a small group of hogs there. The queen onto that X-bow up top. And as soon as it goes down, the threats are really over, and that's the match, a 3-star. Excellent job, Blue Proud. Okay, got some more for you here. Quite a few from this war. Just thought I'd give you guys a nice long recap. Peter taking on number 21 and doing it with a goho. Pretty straightforward goho, double jump. But again, this was another one of those bases that I saw, and I thought, man, I bet this is an internet base. I bet this is a base that these guys have seen before, they've ran into. I thought I'd show you a way to take it out. And what I love about this attack, I've seen so many things lately where people mess up on these really compact bases like this. They bring too big a kill squad, too many things. He brought 2 golems, which is fine. I think that's plenty. It did leave him 28 hogs, which is a bunch of hogs, so that's a lot. He did bring the jump spell for this, but I see people with low-level heroes and with these real tight, compact bases bring 3 golems and they one jump spell or some wall breakers, and there's nowhere for them to go. Not only is there nowhere for their golems to go to progress forward and continue to tank for different buildings, they end up beating on walls, but there's nowhere for their heroes to go. I mean, heroes don't just, they can't just blast through walls either. And so what you end up seeing is they got a little bitty small section of the base with 3 golems and their heroes and a few wizards, instead of bringing more hogs like Peter did here, and fewer of those items. Even with level 30 heroes, he brings fewer, because look where his heroes are at right now. And that's as far as they can get to the base. The queen's back here shooting a wall. She's landlocked. Those golems just made it into that core sort of with the king there, but that's as far as they made it. They didn't even make it halfway through the base. So having those extra hogs with the fewer troops there in the kill squad on a lot of these internet style anti-2-star, whatever you want to call them bases, these compact bases is the way to go. And I think Peter identified that and brought it perfect for this attack. Drops that heal spell down right there. The hogs are all grouped up. You're going to get a lot of extra value for that out of it. And then right there, the queen finally steps through, helps out with a few skeletons, and that is that. So excellent job by Peter. We'll fast forward as all those hogs come over and actually get a little bit roasted here towards the end. But again, because he had so many hogs, they were split, and he's got more than enough to come around and finish it off. So excellent job to Peter. Okay, moving on. Let's check out VPL, taking on number 33. 33, and this is again a very nice sort of mixed bag attack, if you will. Queen walk coming in from the top. Actually, sorry, dropping the hog in from the top, getting that CC load out, and then the queen right there is going to walk her, but also just going to let her deal with that lava hound. A lot of times, you know, it takes time, but to get it out of the way might be the best move. Again, on these very compact bases like this, if you look at this base, there's hardly any empty space. There's no dead space in this base whatsoever for the most part. So queen walks can work on this. You see how really any air defense that he wanted to get to, he could with this one. So he's going to queen walk some of it, take out a little bit of it with some with the kill squad, and eliminate those air defenses. Then come in with the balloons and the lava hounds on the backside and get the easy 3-star. So don't overlook a queen walk on a compact base. You might have to bring an extra healer. You might have to bring an extra rage for her to keep her up if she's encountering a lot of point defense. But still, everything is right there. You know, there's nothing too far away. There's never that, oh, it's space too far away. She can get to whatever you send her at and just walk around the base. So right here you'll see did create a little bit of a funnel to push her up north. She's going to get that first air defense, no problem. She is taking a lot of damage. Right here at this point, she's got 3-point defense on her. She can't keep up with that. But again, VPL just brought the rage for her. That's simple. You rage her up, rage those healers up, and she can take pretty much anything. It doesn't matter how many defenses are on her. If you've got enough healers and you've got them raged. So she's going to continue on around the base, obviously going to get to that next air defense over there, take it out. In the meantime, he's got a golem coming in from the bottom here, a couple of wizards just creating that funnel, pushing everything in. He did get a skeleton trap that took out one of his wizards up there. But for the most part, he's got it created here. Everything right there, that one hog on that distracted archer tower, love it. Nothing else can hit it. Everything else is distracted, so he's going to get a free defense, 1-for-1 trade there. Beautiful. The queen you see out there, she's taking a lot of damage. You're going to have to use her ability up there, but that just dumps the aggro from the X-bow, allows her to get healed back up, and then now take out this next Tesla, and everything is looking really, really good at this point. The king, the little kill squad going in there, taking out that next air defense. Only one air defense left. You see the lava hound cutting across, a few balloons. Doesn't even need many balloons, but a few balloons. Look at all those traps this lava hound is soaking up. I mean, pretty much all of them that he's going to have to worry about. That rage spell for the balloons getting to that first air defense, and then right there, boom, takes it out as one of the lava hounds explode. Targets on that next X-bow, and from here, it is over. I mean, really, it's over. There's the wizard tower's there, and that is a threat, but the queen's over there with healers on her. She's looking really good, and he's got a haste spell left. He can even drop, holds on to it, though. Doesn't need it. King goes down, drops that last balloon just for cleanup, and that is a beautiful, beautiful 3-star attack by VPL. Excellent job. All right, a couple more here. Couple more. Let's look at Oace taking on just down one spot, number 34, and doing it with a Govalo. Has there ever been a base that was better for Govalo than this particular one? I don't think so. He sends a couple of golems in. I mean, everything is just lined up perfectly for this. Those golems tank for so much stuff. The CC troops come out. He drops the poison spell down for that. Drops the queen down. Some wizards creating that funnel so he knows his Valks and his king and all that are going to go right up the middle and take out those defenses and also get to that core. He's got the jump spell to open everything up right there. Boom. Let the queen sort of deal with that dragon and that balloon. But as soon as they get into this core, he drops that heal spell down, and that is just it. I mean, heal spell rage. These Valks are going to absolutely annihilate this core. They run over, take out the queen. She was kind enough to jump in there with them. And then second heal spell goes down, keeping them alive. And then from there, it's just balloons. No need for anything else. Just loon the outside. Everything is pretty much targetable except for those Teslas in there and those archer towers, but all of that is focused on those golems that are still in the core. The king, the queen, the Valks, they're all distracted for the most part, so can come in with those balloons and just absolutely wreck the outside of this base. That one little Tesla archer tower, wizard tower section caused him a little bit of problem, but here in just a moment, you'll see he's got 6 loons left. So as soon as this, as soon as that cannon goes down, he's going to drop them in here, start focusing them in on that. He's got the haste spell left over, and right here, boom, perfect timing on those. They get in, they take out some of the traps, they tank for some of the defenses, so the wizard tower is not targeting his clumped up balloons, and as soon as they end up going down, the next set is on top of that wizard tower, and kaboom, it's done. Beautiful attack. Still had the queen's ability left, just now popped it, gets the easy 3-star. Nice job to Oace. All right, one more for you guys as soon as this one gets cleaned up. There it is. We are going to watch Chris take on number 40. Where are you, Chris? Right here. Very nice attack, and doing it with the mass dragon, or I guess 6 dragons. You got to call that mass dragon. Love this one because look at the base. You can tell right where you already know. I know you guys, and I know you already know what he's thinking. I get my queen in that compartment. I've got access to three air defense. I take them out. The rest, that obviously the left side, this is sort of the Cheatham style attack. The left side is for that lava hound in the CC and those balloons. He's just going to move them right in, drop the rage down. They're going to die. And then obviously the dragons are going to come in from the top at that queen, and this entire base is going to be wrecked. So there's one thing that I would point out in this attack that I caught when I was watching it. I think he should have used the queen's ability. And this goes to the fact of, we talked about that. We did a video on when to use the king's ability. And that's pretty much a hard and fast rule. The queen is not that way. There's always so many layers to when you might want to use her ability. And here in a minute, we'll talk about that. He gets the CC lure. She actually comes out. It's perfect because the CC comes out when nothing is targeting his queen. So it's just her and the lava hound doing their thing. You see he's got a couple of dragons already going on top, sort of creating that funnel for the rest of the dragons to come in and take that queen out when it's time. But the lava hounds are going to go down here in just a few moments, and then obviously he will take out all those pups and move on into the attack. And that's when we'll talk about how I think he should have done the. I love how he used the poison on your healers. Guys, always use your poison on the healers. Don't worry about the queen. She's getting healed, and she's also going to be taking out those defenses. The healers are helpless, so poison on your healers. Right there, the dragons coming in top, raging them up. As you see, the queen just goes down so fast, those rage dragons. But right here, now, his healers are getting targeted by this air defense, 1, so he's losing healers at this point. The whole goal of the queen in this section is to take out those next 2 air defenses. I know she's full health. I know she's not taking a lot of damage, but right here, you pop that ability. You get rid of those air defenses as quickly as humanly possible. It's going to save you healers, and it's also going to just make her accomplish her mission that much quicker. You'll see on the left side, he's sort of waiting for the queen to do this so he can drop that lava hound in and those balloons. But again, had you popped that queen's ability quicker, all this would have been done by now. She'd have moved on. You look, he's also another healer. Now he's got no healers left for her. I think that was just a mistake. But again, not trying to harp on it, not trying to run Chris in the ground. This is a beautiful attack, but I just thought it was a good illustration of when to use your queen's ability maybe before it's necessary, just to accomplish the mission that she's after as quickly as possible to get to protect the rest of your troops. Because again, those Teslas and all that stuff I think would have been dead because she still would have had a healer on her. She'd have been moving through this quicker. Maybe a few of those archers would have helped out. But right here, you see it gets very, very close because she has no healers left. She takes out this wizard tower, but right here, the cannon takes her down. So now there's a cannon left up, and look how few troops are left. Luckily, there is that dragon left and the king who has his ability, and there's a rage in the bag. So it's not the end of the world. Obviously, it's still going to be a 3-star, but still, I think it could have been a little bit more dominant attack had he used it a little earlier. The king's still alive at the end. No big deal. Excellent attack by our boy Chris. All right, guys, that is it. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Really good job to everybody at OneHive. More of a fun war than we normally get, so we're all happy about that. Until next time, Jake from OneHive, doing my best to help you guys suck less.